I had like a little relapse there, and I've been sober for a long time. After a while, I was just like, what's the point? I just wanted to numb myself, numb my feelings. I talked to my mother a lot about it. She prays a lot for me, and she'll just tell me, like, I didn't sleep last night, I was thinking about you. But she just puts her faith in God. That's what she says. She says everything will be all right.
Amen.
And I started taking that from her, like no bullshit. Putting your faith in God is one way to just relieve you of all that stress.
I'm just praying, I don't fight, I just pray. I only go the way of mistake.
That's lovely, George. I love it. A real gift to be around.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's a very good question.
I love you guys.
You've given me something to think about.
Going for a lot of outlets.
Yeah.
Jeff, please stop. I got to do an intro.
Okay.
You need to chill out.
Yeah, I know. I heard your intros and stuff before. You got that rap song that you did, your own music.
I got some new music I got to show you.
So you got a new intro?
2. No, not intro music, but I have 2 songs coming out.
Oh, okay.
I'm very excited about. But please, it's not about me. It's about you. But let me do my intro, please.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Welcome back to the George Janko Show, where you guys come to enlighten yourselves with good vibes.
That's not real.
That's real.
That's what you say?
Every time.
That's the energy you give?
Welcome back to the #1 podcast in the world. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm with my boy Jeff, and you know what? The reason why we're doing my 3rd comeback, by the way.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm #1 most
Number
featured
1.
guest.
Always been.
You're the only
Always
one.
been. Always been.
And I fucking flew to Arizona to do this.
From New York.
Yeah, no, I didn't fly from New York. I flew from LA to Vegas to check in my room because I'm doing a show there tomorrow. And you wanted to do this show today so we could promote the show that we're doing in Arizona the next day. So I'm flying from LA to Vegas to Phoenix, back to Vegas for another show.
If you guys are in Phoenix, Arizona, make sure you guys come.
George is going to perform his
stand-up live.
top songs, and we're gonna tear them apart like
honestly,
American Idol.
There might be a chance I perform.
Bro, we'll do American Idol.
What would you do if
I'll
in
be
the middle of
Simon
our
Cowell.
bit I just started performing my music? You're like, dude, stop! Like,
That's what we'll do. Yeah, of course.
Are you guys gonna be on stage together or one at a time?
Yeah. We'll do. It's a live podcast. It's not like stand up.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little. I like to go around and do a little crowd work and do jokes specific to that place. So I'll probably have some jokes that it's fucking hot out here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
My cab.
We're the people in the front, yeah.
My cab driver, I invited him to the show. I hope he shows up. He just gave me so much wisdom on the cab ride here. And I was like, bro, I'm stealing all that. I'm going to use that at my show here. And if you come, because I put him on the guest list, I put the cab driver on my guest list, and I told him to bring the whole family. Bro, we're desperate. We got 700 seats. We're only half sold. I don't know anybody in Arizona, But I guess there's, you have a lot of fans because it's your hometown.
Yes, sir.
So you better move some tickets. If you guys are real fans of George, show up. He's going to be naked. He's going to be getting naked.
How have you been enjoying tour so far? Because Jeff right now has been on his tour, and we're gearing up for our tour in September, and we want to just text.
I thought you're on tour already.
Nah, we tested out 2 shows, and then our tour starts in September.
Well, that's nice that it's just you two, right?
No, we have some guests coming out. We have openers.
Like each show is going to be, you two are the hosts of the show. Like I have a million goons in my set all the time, so I fly them all around with me.
I'm sensing some hostility.
I'm like, the band Leonard Skinner, how they just would add people to the band, and they find some girls that sing a cappella, add them to the tour bus set or whatever. So I have way too many people that I brought onto the show, so probably not going to make any money from it, but it's okay. I'm having fun. But you'll make money. You two will.
Are you getting into that when you're on a tour and you're getting annoyed at the people that you're traveling with? Yeah,
without a doubt. Yeah, we hate each other now. But
so that podcast I watched was real. You guys are going into it.
Oh, Mike. I was pissed at Mike in that episode. But you're talking about
I was talking about Ryan.
Oh, Ryan's always emotional. But with Mike, I was pissed because he said Corinna's a better friend than I am to him. And I'm like, you motherfucker, I did your vlogs for 4 years. I fucking show up whenever you talk to me about everything. And I am there for him as a friend, Yeah. Not just a vlog shit. I actually do consider him a good friend. One of my best friends in LA. But, I guess Corinna was there for him, and she's been at his parents' house for Thanksgiving and all those moments we spent together. He's been to my family's house, you know. But hey, Corinna's got them, you know.
Have you guys
OnlyFans.
talked about it?
She's got them
Is this like a real
OnlyFans
beef?
cans. I don't consider it a real beef because it's just Mike. He's not a threat.
Dude, when you go off, I can't tell if you're actually upset with somebody. Like when I was sitting on the podcast for the episode 2 with you on it, and you were going off on Andrew Schultz, I had no idea if you were being like comedic.
Nah, that shit was real.
Did you ever squash it with him?
I'm waiting to squash him. I'm waiting. He
No,
won't show
squash
up. He
it,
won't
not
meet up.
him.
He won't meet
Don't
up.
tie me into this, bro. Bro, he had no fear going up against Kendrick Lamar.
Bro, he got destroyed by Kendrick, and just with one line in a song. And with me, he just said some fucked up shit at a time when I was very, emotional about my eye. Look how good my eye looks. I kind of got it fixed, right? It's still very swollen.
Yeah.
It's gonna take 3 months to heal, but it's only like 15 days.
How many more surgeries
wow.
do you need?
This might be the last one.
Let's go.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That might be awesome, bro.
And you're only 15 days post-op?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. You don't
And
even
I
have
could
any
see
bruising?
better. I just still can't see this way
Yeah?
to the side, but I could see straight, like perfect now.
That's
which is
amazing.
crazy. Yeah.
So how is this operation after versus the last ones that you've been kind of getting out of?
Well, there's a giant light in my face right now, but it's good. Otherwise, that's right on my eye. But I got the sunglasses on, so I'm
That's
good.
so funny.
Yeah. No, but with the beef stuff, I don't know, bro. It's like aren't we at war right now? Aren't you from Iran? Are we allowed to
My
get into
dad
that?
is from Iran. Jessica? Yes. Is he from Iran? Dad? We have family from Iran. Yeah, he was born in Iraq, but he spent some
Iraq.
time in Iran, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He was
Wow.
from Iran, and then
So-
he ran.
Yeah. So see, we're fine. You know.
I'll cut that one.
No, don't cut it out. Leave it in. It's fine, bro.
No, it wasn't because I was canceled. It was just a terrible joke.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then cut it out. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah, it's a bad joke. Yeah.
So what does that have to do with your beef?
No, I was just saying, like, I don't have to have beef with,
That's a great question.
like, I don't have to have beef with George because he's from Iran and I'm American. Trump
Hey,
dropped
man,
a nuke on
we're
him
talking about you and Mike.
the other day.
How did we get to that?
Because it's the same to me. You know.
Oh, no, you can't
My
say
beef
that,
with
dude.
Iran, my beef is the same as USA and Iran. They dropped a nuke on Mike, and I'm about to, I'm not going to drop a nuke on him. But it's
So you
just-
guys are actually like upset with each other.
we get upset with each other like once a month. But this time I was a little just like fucking over it because it's fucked up to say that when you obviously that I have a serious beef with this crew and they were told to cut me off and you were like what he said on Impaulsive, a show that I'm supposed to be a co-host on, that I'm in the intro and I haven't done an episode in a year. And they just replaced you with me for some reason.
Yeah,
and
for
then,
like 3 episodes, and then we grew closer.
Yeah, and now
That's
look
so
at us,
It's so funny, bro.
Yeah. But,
It's so funny that they put you in the intro and then you're never. I think about that all the time. I think that's so funny.
Well,
man.
I like called out on too many episodes in a row, and then they just started saying "fuck it." They were like, "He's not going to show up." But I got my own show. I got the Barbershop also, and the members stuff. So we're always constantly doing stuff, vlogs, and then tour, and my podcast. So there's just so many things to do. I'm gonna do Impaulsive too. I'm gonna just burn out. I can't do all that.
Yeah, but I will say when you were on Impaulsive, it was fire. Like,
Yeah.
bro, you know how good you have to be for the old co-host to watch it and laugh and be like, "Damn, this guy's good. This guy got it. He knows what he's doing."
Yeah, well, I just sit there and make fun of Mike. I just don't touch Logan. Just don't be mean to Logan, Yeah, I know the rules. Now, you can get in there. You can make fun of wrestling and stuff like that, but you just can't, jab
So
at him
you
with
got
it.
more upset with Mike saying that because he talked about your old crew, and you're like, "Damn, dude, you're making them."
Saying that they're better friends than me. Like, he shouldn't have to cut them off because of me. And I was just like, motherfucker.
Oh, did you ask
if
him to cut him off?
I didn't ask him to cut off any other ones of them specifically. I said David because he had asked everyone else to cut off all those people, and not they weren't allowed to talk to me because they make him look bad. Now you're on a show that I'm technically a co-host on, and you're directly saying that they're better than me, and he doesn't want to have to cut them off. The way I am is like if you have a problem with somebody and it's a valid problem, I cut them off, no question. You know, I don't think about it. I just do it. Drop that nuke, you know? Fucking, you know, what was Trump behind it? He's just trying to build himself a golf course out there, I guess.
I think it's time for you to just squash it with that squad too. I think you're above it, bro. You've caught your own wave. People watched how successful you are on your own. You're on your own tour. I think it's time that you go and like make amends. I'm like, bro, like I think it's just it gets tricky when it's like business and friendship.
TikToks and shit. Like I get it, bro. You gotta like once he came back, you gotta stick around. You gotta be there for him. You know, I understand. You know, I'm not an idiot. I have common sense and empathy. You know, I understand that they didn't have the confidence to leave like we did. You know.
Don't drag me into this.
No, you left your
Don't
crew,
drag
bro.
me into this.
Did you walk out or were you fought?
No, I walked out.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, hey man, it's time for you to go. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Yeah.
It was that type of walkout.
Yeah.
Because they were both like super like they would want me there. We just had different opinions. The way that I walked away from Impaulsive is very different from how you walked away from.
Well, I just didn't like really like the guest episodes. I couldn't do. I can't sit there and not talk constantly. I need to constantly be cracking jokes or something.
Yeah.
And
I got in trouble for that.
yeah, it's tough to be the third guy. It's tough, you know. And I didn't technically fully leave. I'm just leaving LA. I'm moving to New York, so I'm not.
But you're keeping your place in LA.
I did. I extended it for another month, but I don't know.
But aren't you happy to be going to New York, being with your family? And,
Absolutely, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I got a new dog. He's over there.
Damn, you're quitting LA?
Yeah.
That's going to be our title. Jeff Wittek quits.
I said it on my last episode.
Nope.
And I had like clickbait that I was like fucking going to kill Mike or something. Nah, but,
After the fifth time, they're like, he's not going to do it, bro. They love each other.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to decide that you're like, okay, I think it's time for a change. I want to leave LA?
No.
No?
I hate LA. I'm just over the neighborhood I'm in. I'm just burnt out from it. We've been there since like 1600 Vine days, you know.
The magic is not as
sell
there.
weed. I didn't move there to do social media.
Yeah, he was a legitimate drug dealer.
No.
I mean, it's just weed, but
That's
you
a
know,
drug.
it does get a little serious when you're dealing with that type of weight and that cash. It gets a little dangerous, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know, you just.
But you were
mail it
acting for
over
a
there.
bit, no?
Huh?
Weren't you acting for a bit?
I'm acting still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing
Okay.
a boxing movie right now,
Oh.
so that's cool. I get to use the injuries. I
Yo,
don't have
question,
To do, I don't have to do
you-
makeup?
How long have you been shooting that?
One of the actors, Danny Trejo, got sick because he's like 80 now.
Yeah.
So we had to postpone it for a bit, but we're picking back up this month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well,
How does that
that worked
work?
out with your surgery, sorry.
It worked out perfect. Like my eye will be just a little fucked up, so it looks like I'm a boxer.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'd be cool.
Did you learn how to box for the role, or did you already know how to box?
I've been boxing for a while. I just went to Thailand and I trained Muay Thai for.
Yo, talk to me about that. Why did you go? Was it to get like clear your mind?
Yeah. It's just like I was having trouble with like. I had like a little relapse there, and I've been sober for a long time. Sober from alcohol.
Thailand, you had a relapse?
No. That'd be nuts with the lady boys out there relapsing. No, bro. Before I went to Thailand, I knew I cannot be doing drugs because I'm gonna end up doing something stupid. You know, next thing I know, I got something. What do? We're here to live with this now. But
You blame it on your eye. You're like, I didn't see, dude. I
It's
didn't know
Pride
what's
Month, you know. Whatever you're into.
He's just taking every opportunity, dude. Every opportunity.
Yeah, whatever you're into.
What, if you
know?
don't mind me asking, what was it that you? Because you've been sober for quite some time. How many
Yeah.
years?
Like 8 or 9 from alcohol. That was my main addiction. That was the thing I was like powerless. It had control of me. You know, I could.
Was
not,
that during 1600 or no?
It was. I stopped like mid 1600 because I was making a ton of money, ton of cash from weed, and I was just partying. And I was dating that sweet girl, Sierra. She was really like Disney Channel, like clean cut.
Yeah.
And she got me into social media, and then I realized like, okay, now there's eyes on me, and if I am getting fucked up and doing dumb shit, it's gonna fall back on me and her now.
Do you still speak to her at all?
No, she just got engaged or married or something.
I thought
Are you guys engaged or married?
We're married.
What? You got married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the wedding?
September.
Thanks for the invite.
No, it's
Was Mike there?
no.
Mike and Logan were there, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, we just had close family and friends.
Oh, okay.
It was here. We had it in the backyard.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Beautiful place here, Arizona.
Thank you.
I can't wait to come back for our show.
Or 2 days. But I want to circle back. What made you break your sobriety?
11 surgeries in the course of 3 years will mess you up. It's just like you get prepped for the surgery. You're all nervous and anxious for it. You go through all the pain and you think it's going to be better, and then you find out that you did all that for nothing. And then you got to go back and do it again. And that's just like driving me nuts. So it just, after a while, I was just like, what's the point? I just wanted to numb myself, numb my feelings. And I talked to my mother a lot about it. And she's obviously very she prays a lot for me, and she's stressed out at night all the time. She'll just tell me yeah, I didn't sleep last night. I was thinking about you. But she just puts her faith in God. That's what she says. She says everything will be all right.
Amen.
And I started taking that from her, like no bullshit. I actually, if I'm worried about something now or have to do something really stressful, like skydive or something. I don't even like skydiving, but I'm a certified skydiver. It's just, something that I was doing and I had to do it. And, putting your faith in God is one way to just alleviate you of all that stress. And, if you really need to do something, you'll do it. If say you were pregnant and you were out in the jungle and you were by yourself for some situation, I don't know, maybe a plane crash and Georgia didn't make it.
Yeah.
It's hard for this one to be dark. And you had to give birth by yourself. You would figure it out. You would get that baby out somehow. And that's how I look at a lot of things in life. You just got to do it, You just got to get the surgery. You got to get the eye fixed. And just keep trying. And I did 11 shots, and who'd have thought 11 would be the one? But who knows? It's still early,
Same doctors?
I had changed doctors. I got big shot Beverly Hills doctor to do this
And
one.
you feel comfortable with this one?
Yeah, I feel real good. It's definitely made me very happy over the past month. Or past 2 weeks.
I'm really excited that your eye is a lot clearer now, and you're
Yeah,
in a
vision
better.
and everything, bro. Because I was waking up, double vision. First thing you do is look at your phone, and I can't read anything. So I'm closing one eye, and I'm like this to read the text, whatever's on it. And it was just
Every morning.
yeah, every morning, every night. And I was just over it. But I don't want this to be clipped out on TikTok and be oh, he's complaining about it still.
You shouldn't even worry about
Don't
it,
clip this on TikTok.
bro. Every
clip the Iran stuff. Clip that. Let's talk about Trump.
No, stop. You're very good at diverting and not talking about your pain, but just because.
Bro,
by the way, a few people that say, "Oh, he's talking about his eye," bro. They will say that about anything. They'll talk about Jake still talking about boxing. They'll talk about me still talking about Jesus. You're anything that you're passionate about.
Where's Jesus going?
Nowhere.
Yeah. How are you gonna?
But it's something you're passionate about and you're going through. There's a lot of people that you've made really big fans of, that are following your journey, and they're dealing with things and they're seeing the way you're dealing with it. And I think you deal with it like a champion. And then you take these quick moments to make jokes and stuff, but it's that deep version of you that I get to see behind camera is my favorite part of you. And I think you're scared of showing that because it's your most vulnerable side of you.
Yeah, I just hate sounding like a pussy, because it's what the comments say, stop whining, you little bitch, or whatever. I don't want to go get every one of those motherfuckers.
Has anyone ever came up to you in real life and said that?
No,
Of
fuck
course
no.
not. It's not going to happen.
No.
And even if it did, you would smoke them out immediately.
Yeah,
And then all the satisfaction would leave your body.
Yeah, I got into some shit last week, but it wasn't for me. It was for, I was in the city, and I was riding a city bike, and I was going to meet this girl, and I parked it for a second, and somebody stole it. So I I had the app on, and like I didn't realize for like 3 hours that this guy was driving around. So he racked up like a $400 Citi bike bill. So now I'm trying to stop it. I'm like, I need to stop it. The bike's been stolen. You need to like shut this thing down. And customer service is a chat, like it's an AI bot. And I'm like, no, they're like, take a picture. You need to send us a picture. I'm like, how am I going to send you a picture? The bike's stolen. I don't have it. The guy's riding around. I'm at my hotel room. So I look at the thing and I'm like, fuck it. This guy's not going to help me. So I see the dot is getting closer to my hotel. So I run down there and I'm at a Whole Foods and I see one Citi bike. There's no other in sight. I found the culprit, you know? But just to double check, I went up there, hit him with a little like a gi, like when you pull the gi, I did with his hoodie.
Yeah, you did.
So I joked him and pulled his back.
Yeah.
And I said, yo, where'd you get this fucking bike? And he's like, it's my girl's. And at that moment, I saw his demeanor and everything, so I threw him on the ground. And then I just realized, like, a fan came up after, and he was like, yo, Jeff, what the fuck? You just threw the guy on the ground? And I was like, yeah, you stole my bike. It's a Citi bike. It's a rental. You know, like you just park the shit back. It's like $2 a mile or something. But yeah, he got me. You know, I was furious that he got me for all that money. But yeah, I'm still getting into it. Still till this day. But
yeah, I think you confuse with you being able to express your emotions as weakness, but I think it's the strongest thing a man could do. So
Yeah.
whenever you're dealing with something and you express it, and you express it in a beautiful way that other people could process it, dude, you're of course you're gonna have people hate you because they're frustrated and they're in pain and they don't know how to express, and they probably look at you like still thriving in your pain. So they're like, dude,
yeah, like I could get hit in the face and hurt my eye more, you know?
I mean, bro, like you opening up your eyes and looking through your phone, you passed by it like it was nothing, but like, bro, every day you're waking up trying to get to work.
The day before that, too, the kid, Kyle, he was doing that TikTok prank where he goes up to people's phones and he plays the soundbite of the Apple Pay.
Yeah.
And I was acting like he was stealing money. And I was like, don't do this shit. It's dumb. Like, I'm too old. I'm not, like, you're going to learn the hard way. And then sure enough, 5 minutes later, this black dude grabbed him, threw him up on the glass, and was about to fuck him up. And Ryan, my weatherman, he calls me. He's like, yo, Kyle's like grabbed up on the like.
A storm just took place.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I take off, and I immediately like just instinct kicked in. And I ran over there, and I didn't even have to do nothing. I just like fainted at him a couple times, and he turned around. I guess because my eye was freshly surgery, like bloody, like it was mangled. So this guy was probably scared of my face and shit. And he turned around and started running from me, and he hit a telephone pole.
No way.
And now he has.
Bro, I didn't have to do anything. That's
Wow.
the best.
That's
you
power.
You don't have to do anything. It's like. I pride myself on being able to threaten people really well. And like I even did it to Logan and Mike early on in our relationship. It's just like you say things that can't be used against you. You know, like when I talked to Logan on the phone, I was like, you know, this is going to end really bad for the both of us. You know, and it's like it could be either we're both in the hospital, sharing a hospital room, or it could just be like, I'm going to, whatever, you know, you just, like Trump
Did you
said,
get into it with him?
early on in our friendship, yeah. This is how we met and became friends.
Yeah, it's 1600.
Yeah, after 1600. It was like Mike had to get in and kind of like save it. And yeah, it was just that pretty much. But you just say things like how like I'm not a fan of Trump, but the way he was so casual about like bombing like a place that big with a fucking $2 billion plane, it was just like all he said was like, yeah, I told him, you know, it's a real bad idea if you do something back. This is our president.
Dude,
Like,
I was telling this. I was
somebody.
telling this to Belle the other day. I go, we're living in a day and age. We're watching our leaders just
like a video game to
It
them.
feels like high school when Trump and Elon got into it. And,
Yeah.
and then Elon goes and talks about him on X, and then later on regrets it, and then tries to take it back. You're like, buddy, this ain't high school.
Bro,
This
it's
is
so
not something you
odd.
wrote
You're
in a
the
yearbook
richest
and you
man
could
in
just
the
scratch
world,
out. What are
and
you
this
doing,
is the
bro?
president, and it's your platform, and you own it. It's like crazy how shit is right now, you know? I've had to fly here from Vegas just to go right back to Vegas. So,
But those I feel
My
like are
life
good
is-
problems.
yeah, that's
Like
a good
you're
one.
busy, you're like doing things.
But I've been up since 2 a.m., and I'm a little cranky and a little.
How have
Let
you
me get
been
the-
doing
can
since?
I get an IV? Is this an energy drink?
You want an
Can we
IV
just
thing?
Hook up an IV straight into my arm.
We have those IV drips.
Do you really? You don't have IV drips here.
Not
No,
the
no,
one
he
that's
means
like
liquid IV.
Liquid IV.
I want
also
an injection into this.
Yeah,
I want this just injected into my blood.
in the bloodstream.
Your addict is showing.
Oh wait,
Your addict is showing.
could we circle back to that? Because I think it's really interesting. You know, I think a lot of people can relate to the fact of being sober for years. You're going through, you know, a tough time. It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
And you felt like, yeah, you wanted to numb yourself because you're just probably just so exhausted. So what gave you the inspiration to be able to cut that out before it got bad again?
My mother, she actually like found me, you know, like she found out, like she caught me red-handed, and yeah, she's like, you know, like if I died doing some shit, like I got shot or something, or skydiving or whatever, like yeah, that would suck, but dying from drugs, like that would just be the worst way to go out for your parents, you know?
Nobody wants to bury their kids.
No,
It's
no,
not how
no.
it's made. It's the worst pain. in
And I
the
just
world.
thought about it, what like a tough woman she was. She'd been through 9/11. She's lost her whole family within 1 year, you know, like her immediate family, like her father, mother, brother. And yeah, just
If you don't
for
mind me asking, how'd she lose them?
just like cancer, and her brother had cerebral palsy. So it was just like, it was a lot for her. So she's been through a lot, and I just got to stop putting her through shit because she had to deal with all my shit. And it's just not right for me to, like, now at this point in my life, I'm going to put her through more shit. It's just, I'd be a piece of shit son, you know?
Nah, you're a great son, dude. And I think she loves you, and I think there's a reason why she loves you. I mean, some parents will give up on their kids, or they get aggravated, they distance.
My dad did. My dad was real mad. He was like, when he first found out, my mother calls him. My mother snitches on me all the time.
Was this recently?
No, this was like 6 months ago, and he cursed me the fuck out. Like he was like, and I haven't really heard him talk to me like that since like I like made it, you know, like you know how it is, like with your parents and stuff. They're proud of you and everything, and he wouldn't want to come to my shows. Like my mother was still supportive after, because
Oh,
you
that
know,
must have crushed you.
I'm clean now, you know, like it's, you know, like what the fuck? What do I got to do to prove it now, you know? And it just takes time. So he came to the New York show, and I got him to bring his guitar and play like live, which is crazy because he's has a little stage fright. I have it too. We all have it. Like it's a thing you got to get by with time.
Yeah.
But my mother came out there. She sang along to the Beatles. Like he
No
played
way.
the Beatles with her.
Dude, oh man,
And it was
what
such
a
a
feeling.
Yeah. Like
What did
to
it
come
feel
full
like
circle.
going from like doing legitimate street crimes or doing things where your parents would look at you and be like, Jeff, come on, to bringing them on stage with all these people that paid tickets and got dressed to come and see
loved
you.
it too. They loved it.
Yeah.
Even though like it was a little, my mom's voice was a little scratchy, you know, but it was the best night of my life, probably like the proudest moment of my life to see them come out. And it was like the most sold out ticket wise show
Yeah.
until we do Arizona, you know, that's going to be even bigger. We're going to have your parents come out and play the guitar.
Let's go.
Yeah. That'd be dope. And you sing.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, it was just a great moment.
So you
know,
and your
to
dad are
come-
good right now?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, real good.
Well, also, you got to understand his frustration, right?
Yeah, and one really nice thing that he said, like I spent some time over there in New York. He came down after he said all that shit, and he was like, you know, I said all that stuff, but like no judgment. Like, you know, I'm here for you, you know. And my dad's like a New York asshole, you know. He's just got that personality like we all do. And
Tough love.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing, dude. You'll understand this when you have a kid. When you love something
so much nicer
much,
talking to you about this stuff than Mike. Because Mike would interrupt and be like, yeah, when I was in a treatment facility, I went 9 times. And my dad was, like, yeah, at least it's so much nicer. Fuck him.
no, he's good. I think he's on his way, bro. I've been hanging out with him. I think he's doing
Back
great
to
too.
rehab? You think?
I think
He's gonna relapse on his way back?
Didn't he shoot? I saw him say he shot his own episode, like a solo one on a podcast. I saw a story about it.
No.
I think that Mike I'll go back to you, but Mike is just somebody who is such a beautiful gem that could do so good in life.
Yeah, of
but
course.
he's so scared of moving. And it's such a sad thing because I could see him, bro, like selling theater, speaking, selling books, being a voice actor. He has so much capability. I think he just needs to trust in himself and move. But well, that's for a Mike episode. Let's go back to you. The reason why your dad did that, and a lot of dads do that, like one time my dad snapped at me, like so unnecessarily, like just snapped at me. And it was kind of like a realization that when you love something so much and you're watching that thing you love do the wrong thing and hurt itself, and you're like, you can't control it, you just explode and then you say things that you may not mean.
Yeah.
But he's so aggravated because he wants you to do so well that in his mind, he'll snap and he'll think, oh, this is going to help you. Because maybe his dad snapped at him when he was younger. And that's the way.
Yeah, he did.
His dad had a very, See, it's
alcohol.
Yeah,
it runs.
This is called
it's in our
generational
family.
curse. You know that, right? This is what it's called. Generational.
You think
curse.
I'm gonna beat my kids?
No.
If you don't get
My
if you
dog?
don't get
You think
a
I'll
hold of it,
beat
yeah,
my Frenchie.
yeah. If you don't get a hold of it, no, for real. Listen, God will set you free. Your
you're
mom
right.
has blessed the family by bringing the Lord involved. That's why you come.
He goes to church every Sunday.
There you go. But I guarantee you wasn't going to church before he met her.
I don't know. They're old school. They,
Well,
old
somebody
school
who brings
Italians.
Christ into the house, then it could start like an antivirus thing. It starts cleaning out the home.
I wonder if that is that. I gotta ask them about that because I know my mother was the more religious one. Like my family was like off the boat Italians, and like they spoke Italian and everything, like
the
Orthodox
Sopranos.
Catholic. Yeah, I guess. But my dad wasn't, like a made man. He was a bus driver, so things are a little different. But
So imagine that he comes here, he has the grind of a life. He works as hard as he possibly can, marries a good woman, puts a roof above the head, and this fucking kid is doing drugs, and like, of course he's gonna explode. Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like his brain is like, bro, like I had to do that life. You don't have to do that life.
yeah, it's true.
Sorry, I hope this is not like a therapy thing. I was just like,
It is a therapy thing, but that's what podcasts become all the time.
I would love for you to make it well with Andrew Shultz. Because I hang out with both of you guys, and both of you guys.
I was on some shit when I was beefing with him. I went a little too far when I was
I
saying
think you
things
did.
to him.
I think he's a comic, bro. I think he says jokes. Did he hit a nerve with you? Yes, but if he knew how bad it hurt you, I don't think he would have
I hit
done
a
it.
nerve with him first.
You started it?
Allegedly, yeah. This is.
What did you say to start it?
Yo, this whole
He
time you
didn't
made it
tell
seem
me
like
this.
you started
He didn't
it.
tell me this. I said some shit on Chris DiStefano's pod about like a running thing that's on the internet about how he sold out his special and then put it out for free after on YouTube. And everybody knows that, Like I didn't think I said anything that bad.
Yeah.
And then you go for the low blow, like I'm dealing with fucking surgeries every 3 months. I can't, like I'm losing my mind. And then I got to see you, a guy that I'm like following on Instagram, friends with, kind of looked up to, like I see
He's
his sense
killing
of
it.
humor.
He's doing really well.
Yeah, I think we have a similar sense of humor. I went to a show. I thought he was great. I posted a picture of us on Instagram saying how he killed it. And then that was the first response I got back from him. So I was like, fuck him. You're a tough guy. Let's meet up and fight. What, you want to do a podcast?
Yeah, but you can't shoot out a joke and then he shoots out a joke and you're like, all right, buddy, outside right now. You're like, dude,
No, that's
you
how-
met him in his field. That was a home game advantage. You went to the comic version of it. And bro, like if me and you went together, we'd still get bodied by Andrew. Like we wouldn't even need his co-host to get involved. Like that's his lane.
No. I'll handle him in any lane.
So would you sit down with him then and
And
talk?
I love you so
Cohost.
much.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
don't care. Yeah, now I don't care. Put me in a room with him. Just send me location. No, I won't do any wild shit. I'm over it. I'm like, it's far past my problems now.
I think you guys would be great friends if you guys buried
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, no.
I mean, look at you and Logan. Like, apparently you guys had a thing, and now you guys are great friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can I tell you a story? I was at this place in Puerto Rico, actually, when I went to go meet Logan.
Yeah.
And I came back and I realized I sat down with them and I was like, oh, we're not doing this episode. And I'm on the phone with my team saying, hey, we're going to come back. We're going to go shoot with Patrick and David. I'm on the phone with somebody. And some kid walks up and goes, yo, are you George? I look up and I go, yo, what's up? And I just stared at him and he doesn't say anything. And I was like, all right, that was weird. And then so he walks away and I turn to Belle and I go, I think he thinks I'm a dick. I think he thinks I'm mean.
What if he said F God?
I mean,
What if
people
you
say
said
that to me all the time just to get underneath my
No
nerves.
way.
I mean, bro, I'm not going to. Bro, you just talked ill about the strongest thing in this
I'm gonna get
universe.
struck by
I'm not even going to
lightning
get upset.
in
I'm going to
here.
wait until God handles you. I'm not going to do
Yeah,
anything.
you're
about it.
right. Let him handle that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, he's avenging me.
The
I'm not
big
doing
boss.
anything. But I went. This other kid came up to me, asked me for a picture, and then he looked me in my eyes and he said, "Yeah, you're not a dick." And I said, "I go, did you hear? Did somebody say that I was a dick?" And I go, "Was it that kid?" And he goes, "Yeah, how'd you know?" I go, "I knew it. I knew that guy thought I was a dick." So
Yeah.
I walked right up to him and I said,
Blasted him.
Nah,
Left
but
hook.
he thought I was. So I walked up to him and I said, yo, what's up, man? I'm like, what did I do that you think that I'm an asshole?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yo, I just think you're an asshole. What are you going to do about it? Like that. And so I just looked at him and I'm like, yo, I don't think you're understanding. I'm not coming here to press you.
Just
I'm coming here to
teep-
ask you.
just
Like,
teep
what?
kick him.
Yeah, no.
Keep
I was
your
like,
distance.
no, you got to make
Maybe you'll
peace.
hit him in the nuts.
No, you got to make peace. And so I asked him and then he said,
What'd you say about God? Bam.
he didn't say
Imagine.
anything about God. Stop putting it in You're in two worlds. You're reality and a fake one. Regardless, I made peace with them.
Andrew
and then-
Schultz said that to me. That's why we had beef.
We're
He
gonna cut
said
this.
He said that.
This took too long to get
You're
there.
such a dweeb, bro.
Andrew Schultz said F God. I was like, what's your problem, bro? Let's meet up and fight. No, I'm kidding. He didn't. Let's stop that beef. I'm over it. I actually did the 12 steps, and you're supposed to make amends with people. So that was one of the people I was going to make amends with, but then I called Todd instead because
You
I was
had a-
just in Bali or Thailand, and I was out there training every day. I was feeling great, and I just called up my old buddy Todd.
Doesn't it feel good when you make amends?
Yeah,
when you
'cause his
make
first-
peace is so nice. Dude.
It is a good feeling, and it's nice to have one more op off your sheet that's trying to get you.
Just just scratch his name off.
Isn't
Yeah.
it so much? It's just a daunting cloud over you. When you have a conflict with somebody, then you know at any time, like, oh man, if I run into this person, or if this happens, or what am I going to do if I have to talk to them? So it's
I'm
just
prepared. I'm
constantly
prepared
this.
for Andrew, but
I love you so
But don't you feel like that's like
and his
anxiety
whole
on your
crew,
life?
the whole couch too. They're all those losers on the couch.
They're all great guys. Don't
No,
listen to them.
even them, they didn't even laugh. They were like, Yo,
So don't you think that they were having your
you're
back then?
taking it too far?
So why are they mean?
You just called them
smoked them
losers.
out for no reason. They just had your back and you just took them out for collateral damage.
Because they didn't interrupt and be like, yo, you're taking it too far. Stop being yes men. I don't respect that.
Yeah, you're right.
Start your own pod.
The yes, man- yeah, you're right.
Right.
Start your own pod, Go solo. Interview Andrew Tate. Take a risk.
Dude, I love how he just goes after people and then somehow loops me into.
I know.
This is your beef.
What do you got planned after your tour? Are you just start up that?
I'm house hunting in New York right now. I want to get a house close to my family, and I also want an apartment in Soho. So I'm trying to debate which one I want to do. Because if you buy a property, it's a way better investment than a high-rise apartment. Because then you got to pay all these maintenance fees and shit, and then it becomes a double rent and mortgage, pretty much.
HOA fees are crazy out there.
Yeah, crazy. It's an extra $1,500.
like a mortgage.
Yeah.
No way.
So,
That
yeah,
much?
yeah.
Depends how nice it is, but yeah, the one on W right in front of 1600, it was
Yeah.
$3,500 a month.
Get a house.
Get a
Yeah,
house.
it's so. I think I'll probably do that because my barbershop's on Staten Island, so I'm gonna go back to shooting that show.
Are you gonna shoot it there?
In the barbershop? We're gonna change it up, the whole format, because it's been played out. I've already cut so many people's hair. I've done repeat episodes. I want New York. Yes, I want to have a fucking garbage man on. Just a New
Can I ask
York
you a question?
fucking
Why don't you
fireman?
live stream it?
I could, yeah.
have your barbershop like a permanent live stream,
Just
and then
haircuts
somebody
take
would
a
go to
long
different
time,
people.
and they're boring. Like we have to
Yeah.
cut them down because I have to take breaks to focus and actually cut the hair. Because it's one thing I don't fuck up on is cutting the hair. Yeah, like I could fuck with people and make their lives miserable by like.
Do you remember you used to
saying
have
things.
people that had beef and you make them like,
Yeah,
but
I would-
that's the reason why I always said no to doing your show. I was like, bro, I
you
don't
told
know.
me it was because you didn't think I was good at cutting hair.
No, what are you talking about? You used to cut my hair. I used to come to your house so you could
Yeah,
cut my
but then
hair.
all of a sudden that's why.
No, hell yeah,
that's
that
the
was
excuse
why.
you
Bro,
use.
hell yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. Bro, I
But
would
you got a
watch
really
you do
good
something and I
barber.
was like, this is the most entertaining thing ever, but this is my life.
But who
dog.
am I gonna
I'm-
have show up? The devil?
Yeah.
Satan himself?
Just imagine, he's like, yo, I heard you be talking about my house.
He comes out the closet. The Satan just comes out. Bro, that's a good idea. Write that one down.
That's why he didn't go.
Yeah,
so funny.
You're gonna do it one day.
The Jake one would you feel like that was the most like intense?
Yeah, I got heat for that. I got a lot of smoke for that. Because
who,
I put
though?
Cody Ko in danger, and Cody Ko was like at the time he was like the teddy bear of the internet. Everybody loved him. He was like this sweet kid before.
That's who the kid
allegations
was that had beef with him.
that had beef with
Jake Paul?
Jake. Yeah.
That's who you brought. It was Cody Ko.
Yeah, and Cody's was like my friend.
He was making videos online
we
making
were
fun of
running
Team 10 and
together.
stuff.
Like we were training together for
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
marathons
yeah.
and shit. We had like a little funny rivalry, like not like boxing, like we're running marathons
Yeah.
slowly, jogging slow
Yeah.
together for who could do it the longest. It's such a stupid beef, but yeah, that's what we were doing at the time. And I brought Jake in. It wasn't my initial plan. I thought it out. I do think out these things. I don't just randomly do them. I wanted Lele Pons on, but she backed out last minute because she got scared. And like John Shahidi was manager at the time, and he was like, "It's not a good idea."
Wait,
and
her and Jake were beefing?
No. Cody was making those commentary videos where he would roast people. He would roast Logan. He probably roasted you.
Yeah.
Probably roasted me too. I think he did after actually, or maybe it was just like a little light roast. Like Jeff's an asshole for doing that, but no shit. Put you in harm's way. This guy's knocking people out cold now. Imagine he swung on him back then.
You said you put him in danger. What danger was that?
I mean, Jake's a fucking look at him now. He's a hothead.
He's always been a fighter, though. People
Yeah.
don't know that because
Yeah.
he didn't show that side of him.
I seen him
He
hitting
was
mitts.
always ready for it.
I
Always.
think we're giving him up right now because I seen him hitting mitts back in like 1600 Vine days, like 8 years ago. So he'd been training.
Nah, not the way he was training now.
He's not training like a fighter, but he
He knew how to throw a punch, but like if he got punched in the face back then, I think he would not know how to like duck, weave, dive,
Yeah.
like all that stuff. Like the bob and weave is like a majority of staying in the fight. Your
Yeah.
cardio is a whole majority of it. Like I think if 1600 Jig would have been gassed out and tired, now he's
I remember one day I yelled at him because he was on the treadmill, him and Logan, and they were like racing. I think Logan was beating him, and I yelled at him, "You gotta want it, son. You gotta want it." And then he made a book and he titled it, "You Gotta Want It."
Did he really?
Oh my god, I remember this.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It's pretty dope. I would have never made a book and said that, so like I'm not mad, but
You're the
it was
reason why
cool.
he kept walking around saying you gotta want it.
Did he keep doing that?
Bro, he would say that like a pigeon.
No.
You gotta want it.
You gotta want it.
it.
It's true. You gotta want it.
I have a video Vine of him being like, "You gotta want it," and the punchline was like, "I don't want it." Like that's how much we would say it.
Yeah.
And he made a book over it.
He wrote a book. I guess he wrote a book. Yeah.
Look, you're
This
the
kid was a
reason
machine, dude.
he's
When does
boxing,
When
man.
does he have time to do this shit?
He's a machine.
Well, when you're like just in like training camp, you have a lot of downtime, and he does YouTube and stuff still, right?
I think he just stopped his podcast.
Did he? Why? Oh, for the camp?
No, I think he's just not into it anymore.
Yeah. It's not for everyone.
Bro, you know how blessed I feel just randomly being on Impaulsive that one day and then like just realizing that I love podcasting? I had never in my life ever thought about doing a podcast.
Well,
And the only reason I did a podcast is because Mac didn't want to be on the 6ix9ine episode.
Yeah,
That was
that's
the only
right.
reason why I was on Impulsive.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, no, I don't want to be on this episode. And I looked at Logan. I go, Logan, I want to be on this episode.
Wait, who? Mac?
Yeah. He was the third member of Impulsive at the time.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mac Miller.
Nope. Didn't get to meet him.
No, you know, I used to cut his hair.
Mac
Really?
Miller?
Yeah.
What was he like?
You used to cut Mac
He's a
Miller's
man.
hair?
He was such a nice kid.
Wait, did Mike know this?
What the fuck? Who cares if Mike knows
That's
it?
his like hero.
Let's move on.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up your ex-boyfriend, dude. I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah, Mike knows, of course.
So where did you meet? Like, he walked into your shop? Or
No,
how
I was working at a shop in Miami, and I met a lot of people through Amber Rose. She just walked in the shop one day, and I met her, and she came over to me, and I was like, "You look like Kanye West's girlfriend," and she was like, "I am sweetheart. I am Kanye West's girlfriend," and this is like right when they were like their relationship was rocky, and it was her and her like best friend who she like referred to as her sister at the time because they looked identical. They were both like Cape Verdean, and I shaved her. She had hair like yours, and I shaved it bald, and like we started drinking Hennessy, and we just became like real close friends after that. And then she hooked me up with Wiz. I was like going on tour with him, and then we did like a East Coast like U.S. tour that I just went all the way up to Canada with them, and I would just give them like haircut like lineups every 2 days. You know how it is. Like you get I'm sure you get a lineup every 2 hours with that hair.
It's so funny. I'm looking for a barber
Pretty much.
in Arizona and in LA. I'm trying to find like my favorite barber.
I can't help you. I guess Barbershop in Staten Island is the best one. You got to go to Staten
So
Island.
how did you meet Mac? Like, were you walk in the door like waiting for you? Or?
I was cutting all of them. I was cutting Big Sean. I was cutting Wiz, Amber, and then Mac was just like, "Yo, can you line me up?" And he was just like, "Do whatever you want." He didn't even give a fuck. He had a show to go out, and he was just like, "Do whatever you want." So I just gave him like a quick lineup and a little taper fade, kind of like your cut. And he was just super cool. He was like, "Put your number in my cell phone," and we just stayed in contact after that, and I would cut his hair from like time to time. And
That's
What
yeah,
was
it
his
super
natural
nice.
vibe like? Was he down or up?
I mean, bro, if you just randomly meet somebody and like you tell them like, "Give me your number," and they text you right away, like that's cool for it's like one of the first celebrities I've met and cut.
Was he talkative, or did he just kind of sit there quietly?
Yeah, he was drinking, smoking. He had like I think a bottle of Hennessy in his hand. It was for a festival, so like a lot of people were there. So yeah, it's like nicest kid. It's such a shame,
Where were you when you found out?
When I found out that he passed, I was living in LA at the time.
Do you think he did it purposefully?
No,
You think it was an accident?
yeah, because those fentanyl pills, they test you. They did like a autopsy and they found out there was fentanyl in them. So
That's
the
how
pills that he
you
took were
went?
fake. They were like
Cut.
Well, yeah, there you go. Drug terms. Damn.
I know you know that. Most people
What a
know that.
co-hosts, huh? Yeah, they were cut.
Like he's like,
they were
it's suspicious
stamped.
of me. You know
straight
how
out of
it
Tijuana.
is.
Damn, Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were cut, I guess. But yeah, fucked up. You gotta be careful. You never know where they're coming from. They could be stamped now. They could look perfect, identical to regular pills.
Why did they do the fentanyl thing?
Because it gives you the similar high as an opioid, like OxyContin or something, like a really strong, like they give it to cancer patients, like in severe pain. Or that's what Mike was taking, like the Oxy 80s, where he would take the seal off. Like if we took one of those, we would be throwing up for 24 hours. But yeah, so he would take those, and I guess whoever was dealing them got cheaper ones just to make extra money because they were cut. You cut them, you could double your money. So you put a little bit of the real shit, and then you put the fentanyl in, and now you have...
So who does that? The dealer or the supplier?
I mean, China, Mexico, it comes from China. The fentanyl goes to Mexico. The Mexicans, the cartel, they make the pills. This is in like Vice documentaries. I'm not being racist. You know.
No, it's
and
true. Didn't Trump just come to an agreement with China about them regulating the fentanyl a little bit better?
I don't know, but that's
I
cool
know
if he
there was
did.
there's something they were trying to work out. Don't quote me, I'm not sure, but I saw that they're trying to like regulate it because it's a big
Yeah,
problem.
I did a video where I went to Mexico
Yeah.
and I bought a bunch of fentanyl. I bought a bunch of heroin, just from guys on the street
You
in
taped
Mexico.
it?
I taped it, yeah, of course.
Wow.
Because like I wanted to step up my content, I wanted to really start going for it, and I got
Didn't you get
age
in, like,
restricted
so
like
much-
fucking crazy. They almost took down my
no
channel.
Shit, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
what do you-
I censored it and we buried it. Like we didn't take it across the border, but you know I wanted to really go for the whole thing. Like this is how easy it is to get it back, and we
So you're
tested it
showing
there.
people how to do it?
I didn't show that part, but it's pretty. I mean, you can
he
learn
gets
it.
caught. I'm like, sir, it's an educational purpose.
It was education. I was trying to teach kids to use the testing strips. You can get them for free. There's a website that's called End Overdose, and you can get the tester strips, and you test a little bit of your drugs. If you're gonna do drugs, you're gonna do drugs. You know, you can't stop people from doing them. So at least test them and know if you're doing fentanyl or doing heroin. So the purpose behind it was, I meant well, but it came off a little, reckless, and I guess I breached the guidelines of YouTube by doing that.
How come you've never done anything with like full send?
Like with heroin and full send?
Nope, that's not what I meant. I
Do
meant like
heroin
just
with full send?
just like. I feel like you'd get along. I feel like they
Fuck
really
yeah, let's
send it.
bro. I do stuff with them. I'm good friends with the Shahidi still. I'm boys with Steiny. Had him on the pod a few times. Did his. They'd be cool. Yeah, I got to make a new group of social media friends, but I got to just do my own thing too.
Yeah.
I think I'm taking it more solo and just building out my own crew now. That's where I'm at because I've just run through a lot of different groups. I'm over it. I'm over people like sticking around for like a year or two and then just kind of bounce.
Who in your group is still around? Is Steve still around with you?
No, he went to another crew and then hopped to another crew. And then Steve will do it, bought him a Tesla because he, dressed up as a girl, for a week in Vegas or something. And I don't know, he's just he's a good kid. He's got to do what he's got to do,
Well, at least it's good that you're understanding of that. Because I think what's tough is, it's from your perspective, you've done all this work to get your crew right for your podcast, right? And so you don't want them to go anywhere. But then from their perspective, they're also trying to build their
him,
career.
I love filming with him. He's a goofball.
He loves you a lot.
Yeah.
I know that you guys have like a brother type of older brother, little brother relationship.
Yeah, I gotta hit him up. I gotta I'll reach out to him.
He looks up to you a lot. So when you're talking to him, sometimes you gotta monitor that because when you look up to somebody, sometimes you act like a fool because you're trying to impress them.
I think he looks at me as I'm his competition.
No.
When he does, and he said it before, and I'm only looking to give him an opportunity to grow, but the podcast isn't really the best thing for him because he's good at TikTok, just like I'm not great at TikTok, but he kills it over there, and it's way easier, way less work for him, but yeah, I'm not trying to compete with him, I'm just...
He started his own podcast, though, right?
I think it's done now. The podcast lasts for 7 episodes usually, and then...
Everybody does a podcast now.
Yeah, we even
We were watching
started...
Big Bang Theory, and before the intro starts, it's check out our podcast. I was like,
After the show recap, what the
or
fuck?
Game of
Who
Thrones.
cares?
Game of Thrones podcast.
All the big
Yeah.
shows have...
Sopranos podcast.
Yeah,
Entourage.
Entourage podcast.
yeah. Who's watching these? Who's listening to all
I don't know. There's no show I love so much that I'd want to hear a podcast.
That's not true. Friends.
I don't have,
they
maybe
have
for
it?
one episode if they were talking about the juiciest bits, but the rest, because
Yeah.
usually it's not even the guys that you really, really love from the show that are doing the pod about the show.
Damn, shots.
Huh.
Is that
Damn.
a shot? I'm sorry. I don't mean in a bad way. I
Belle
just mean
does that all the time. She takes the craziest shots, then afterwards she goes, could you cut that out? And I was like, no.
no, but I just mean if you're watching a Friends podcast, you'd want to see Rachel. You'd want to see the main crew.
Yeah.
Double down, huh?
Huh?
I go doubling down. We just listed all the podcasts, and then you basically went like, "Why are we listening to those guys? They're not the main characters."
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. I don't even know who hosts.
Who wants to listen
Who's
to
she-
Ross
who's she
for an
scared
hour?
No, I would want to listen to Ross. You know what I mean? Whatever. Okay, whatever. I'm sorry.
Ross. No hate on Ross. I wasn't a big Friends fan.
There's first of all, don't ever say that in my house again. You're
Read
gonna
more?
have to be asked to leave. Second of all,
you are a big Friends fan?
bro, you could play an episode from your
Oh,
phone.
you are Joey.
Don't do that.
You're Joey Tribbiani.
Don't do that.
Oh,
I'm
you
George
are?
Janko. But if you play an episode from the show,
You know every word?
every word.
Damn. I could do that with Breaking Bad. I could do
Breaking
that.
Bad.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad's
You know the lines to Breaking Bad.
I watched the whole series.
Did
like
you ever
5
watch
times.
the episode where they have a fly in the?
Yeah, of course.
That was the worst show I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that's a tough episode.
No, the episode. Sorry, not the show. The show's a
Yeah,
brilliant
yeah,
show.
yeah.
I hated it so much that I vented to somebody about it. I go, bro, Belle stopped watching it after that show. And she,
Yeah, that's super
so I looked it up, and I guess that they had a contract. This is supposedly, I don't know. This is like tea. But they had to produce an episode. So they literally wrote that episode to fill in their contract for the episodes that they wanted.
Yeah, they're hit or miss sometimes. They also made like a sequel, and it was shit.
Better Call
That was-
Saul?
No, yeah, that was. I was like, what is this? A student film? Like it went from being the best show ever to their Netflix movie or whatever they did, and it was like, what the fuck? Vince
Was all
Gilligan?
the characters in it?
No, it was focused on Jesse. So it was like.
Yeah, Walt was already.
Oh, all about Jesse?
Jesse's awesome, and it was like a flop.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jesse was good though.
Yo, speaking of Breaking Bad, drugs and
You wanna-
breaking addictions,
You want to get into cooking meth?
I do not. I want to know that if there's somebody listening to you right now that's not really into like Jeff FM, and they're like loving you right now, and they're listening to you, and they're very curious, they have a loved one that struggles with addiction and like breaking that. What was it that helped you break that habit?
There's a lot of things. I was in bad shape, and I went to a detox center to like actually just detox. You know?
You said your mom found you in
Yeah.
a certain place or in a position.
I kind of want to keep that private. You
Oh,
know?
okay.
But yeah, the actual time that I went to it, because there was multiple times, you know. But once you get sober, I think about it, and I'm like, that my mom won't make me do drugs again. You know, that's what it saves me from not going back. But when I was at this detox center, my like case manager or whatever came in, and I was like, I want to get on an IV. I want to get like healthy stuff put in. I wanted to go to like a Next Health, like a fancy like Pete Davidson rehab that he goes to like every few months or whatever. And this one was like health insurance covered it, so it was like kind of like a little janky. And I was like, all right, I'll just go to I'll go to my place, because I wasn't like heroin withdrawals, you know, but I was like in bad shape. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go get an IV and get like hydrated or whatever, and I'll do like NAD or like the fucking whatever science stuff they have. And this woman came in, the case manager, and she was like, oh yeah, the people that go there, they usually don't come back for a while. And she was like, or they don't make it back. So I just like broke that down in my head. I was like, oh, so if I don't do something now, I'm either gonna die or, you know, just prolong my killing myself, you know?
That like shook you?
But she wasn't even saying it like that. She was just like actually telling the truth. She was like,
Yeah.
people don't come back. But I'm just such like people are trying to manipulate me always, that I took it like that. And that, like, I was like, all right, fuck it, take my phone. Because I was mad that they were going to take my phone for a week.
Why do they need to take your phone?
Because you could have people come drop off drugs to you or something, I guess. And it's just stressful. Like,
How long were you
seeing
there with in that room?
A week.
What is it like?
5
being there?
days. I left early.
What's it like? What's the feeling?
You're kind of just chilling in a house. with a bunch of drug addicts. But they're like sober now, so they're like, it's like hanging out with mics.
Do you find it helpful to talk to?
Like, no, yeah, of course. You're all chilling together and you're sober now, and you're like, damn, it'd be cool to go like do drugs, but you know, that's why we're here. I mean,
Yeah.
I went involuntarily. There's other people that are like it's a mandated thing. Like they got arrested and they were caught with drugs, so they have to go. I could have walked out at any moment and got drugs, but I actually wanted to try it out.
Yeah.
And you do therapy, like you'll do a psych evaluation and they'll put you on the proper drugs. Because when I had the accident, I got put on a lot of drugs. They put me on Klonopin and Wellbutrin. So that's like it's like a antidepressant and like anti-anxiety medication. So it's for like my brain damage, and that you have to be on for the rest of your life. So I don't want to be dependent on drugs for the rest of my life. So that was kind of bugging me.
Right.
But then I realized I kind of have to, you know, like my brain's fucked up. You know, I gotta do it. You know, my head's smashed in.
Yeah. So even when
You know.
you go to rehab, you still take the prescriptions?
No, I didn't do them there.
How
So,
did you feel mentally?
like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then when I got out, I just took the SSRIs. I just went back to those because I was like, I guess those did work. I didn't know if they were like giving me placebos or something because I didn't feel anything, but it did make things go away. So I'm pro SSRIs, and I had an actual psych evaluation to do those.
What is SSRI?
It's an antidepressant. Mike just got on them too.
An antidepressant?
Yeah.
How long have you been on it for?
Since the accident, pretty much.
Do
Since
you
my
feel stability with it?
Well, after the accident, after I healed up, I had a surgery, and then once the surgery went bad, because like I thought it was good, but it was so bashed in and so swollen that I couldn't tell until like the swelling went down. It sunk in, and I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like my face is botched for life. And then I went and like started doing therapy, and I saw a psychiatrist, and she recommended that I do that and prescribed me that.
And have you ever like taken it off of it?
Yeah, sometimes I'll forget for days.
Do you feel a difference?
I don't notice it because, like, it's also a lot of fitness stuff that will help me out. Like, even cold plunges. I know it sounds corny now.
No,
No,
that
not at
helps.
all.
Yeah, cold plunges, hyperbaric chambers, just like, you know, whatever. I'll run every day.
Would you ever do like a retreat? Like,
I would love to. Being off my phone for a week was fucking sick.
if I took you
was
somewhere,
so hard in the
and I'll go
beginning.
with you, by the way, if I go. I know this place. I can't mention what it is.
But what about podcasting? That's what I was saying in the
No, it's
in
only
the
for a
place
few
as I
days.
was checking in. I'm like, what am I got to drop a podcast every week, and they're like, what are you talking about? You're gonna die. You know, like
You're like, that's a
in
great
serious-
title. Can I bring some mics in here?
You asked them to
We're all
upload
addicts,
for you?
by the way. Like
Yeah.
social media people are like addicts. Like, what's the time post?
Yeah.
Does anybody know the
Yeah,
algorithm?
It is.
Did it change?
It is, and especially with the tour shit, it gets you real anxious. You know.
Yeah.
So,
But question. So if I know a place, it's no drugs, no therapy, no nothing like that. But
Like
we're-
ayahuasca.
No. I just said no drugs.
I don't know if that's considered a drug. I
Yes, that is absolutely considered a drug.
don't- Everybody tells me to do it. I'm scared. That
Don't
shit sounds
do it.
terrifying.
I'm trying to get you off the other drugs. I'm not trying to push you onto the other drugs.
Oh, okay.
So we go to this place and they'll pray on you and they'll read the gospel with you. That's it. That's all. It'll just be me, you, my mentor, and this beautiful
That's
place.
what I did in jail, and it worked.
That's what I'm saying. Look how clean you are now.
But
I just think that
went
if
right
you
back to it when I got out.
if you did this routine that like I'm doing, bro, like I think it's greater than any antidepressant in the world. Like truly, like Belle sees me. Like there's days that I don't start this way, and I just like everything's just so much more annoying. I get frustrated. I get like a little bothered, and then I started like habitually doing it every day. And people around me were telling me that I'm changing. Reed told me I changed. Belle told me I changed. My sister told me I changed. My family. Not I wasn't an angry or emotional person,
Yeah.
but sometimes I got overwhelmed and I would just
you
kind
were
of like.
dealing with shit too publicly when your issues are on like a public scale. Like everybody's looking at all your emotions. People are saying, "Oh, George is wrong, George is right." You know, everybody's got their input, and we could all say we don't read our comments, but of course, you know, somebody will send us something, or like Reddit, or you'll see some shit, you know, that'll piss you off.
Yeah.
And you know, you got to handle it somehow. So.
This is how I handled it, and I
Yeah.
swear, bro, I swear, I'm not exaggerating it. You substitute it. You're wanting words, but it's the wrong angle and approach. We're so caught up in what the world is speaking to us, and then we eat it and we digest it and we become it, and it's icky and it's gross. But then you could turn and you could channel every morning. You give your first hours to the Lord, and you just receive His words. It fills you up so much, bro, that when you hear other
What
people's
is it, like
noise,
an app? It's like a
no, it's like Bible study.
Audiobook?
It's a meditation. It's like ways that I'll teach you how to.
you got to read it.
You could listen to it.
You can find
don't have to
different
read.
ways.
Can't
No, no,
really
you don't have to
see
listen to.
good.
You don't have to read if you're
I
bad.
gotta
At,
like do my ad reads like this still.
no, bro, that's the beauty. Like I'm telling you, bro, I'll go with you. Like we'll take days out of. I'll go with you, and we'll do it together.
Where is it?
It's in San Diego.
Oh damn.
I'll fly you out. I'll do everything for you.
We
Like
could
if you
do it.
just give me a few days
We
and we'll
should
do it
rent
together.
motorcycles and drive there on motorcycles.
We ride motorcycles every day.
Or we could ride.
How funny is that?
Yeah, that's weird you say that.
We ride motorcycles there every day, and it's in the canyons. It's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, that's a sick ride. Because I wanted to do.
Imagine
that.
dude, this is so weird. We ride to a place to get coffee and snack and then do the Bible study. And then
That's
we meditate.
that's all we did in Thailand.
Bro,
That's
and how did you feel?
amazing. I
Okay,
didn't
now
wanna
imagine
leave.
you had a mentor with you that would literally jump in your mind.
I
and-
felt like my coaches, my trainers were my mentors.
but was he
and they
bib-
barely
was he-
even spoke English.
Were they speaking biblical truth towards you?
No, they were just
That
like
the world is going to fill you with
elbow.
lies. They're going to give you
Elbow.
band-aids and medication, and it's just going to feel good now and then hurt you later. But then if a man could teach you how to move with Christ, and then you could like think about your temple. You
No, I
know-
wasn't taking meds in Thailand.
No, I'm just talking about how the world will heal
Yeah.
you. This is like, I'll get you off of everything. And you'll be so confident, so strong, bro. You'll jump on stages fully confident. You'll go behind podcasts. Bro,
Yeah,
even
I
if you have to read like this, you'll feel like the most confident dude going like this. He'll change you. It's called the renewal of your mind. You will not be the same person. This person that you see now will be dead. You'll be a different person.
Damn, it's good.
That's why when people always tell me, they go, bro, I was born like this.
That's gotta go in the intro. That clip. This version of you will be dead.
For real. And by the way, good riddance. Like you want that
Yeah.
version of you to die. And
Yeah.
that's why everybody who always tells me like, but I'm born like this. And I'm like, well, it's a good thing we're going to die to go through to the other side. So like you being born
it
a
sounds
certain
like
way is
an
not a good
ayahuasca
excuse.
trip.
It's
Like
better. That's a
that's a fake
placebo.
version.
That's like
Yes.
it's a counterfeit.
It's you're trying
you know
to
what that
find
is?
that fulfillment.
They're cutting it.
They are cutting it because you're trying to
No,
find the
that's not cutting
fulfillment
it.
that only God can give you, right? But people, it's a hard thing. You have to humble yourself to submit yourself before the Lord so that He can fill you with true wisdom. And people don't want to do that because they want to feel like I'm right and I'm in control and I'm the one leading my life. So they go to ayahuasca and they go, I found my truths and I found the answers. But in reality, God can do that for you. You just have to be open and tell Him, okay, like I submit, like I'm yours.
Do you know
Yeah.
how the girl said it's either you're going to come back or you're going to die?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, all the therapy, all the medications, all that stuff, it's the pharmacies or it's the therapy, like it's all good and it could be used for good, but it's not.
Or this
the
motherfucker
healing
shows up to
aspect.
court. That'd be nice.
Who? That's not even going to heal you. What if I told you the new version of you would look at David and just be like, dude, whatever, I'm fine. Yeah, I love you, goodbye.
I don't even honestly think about the money right now. Like it's nice to.
You want vengeance.
Well, I want. Yeah. What
You want
bro,
justice.
my surgeries are $100K a pop. I'm paying out of pocket. You know.
Yeah.
Like. Stop acting like the shit doesn't exist.
Seek first the kingdom, and then the rest shall come. So if it's financial, if it's emotional, if it's prideful, if it's anything in your brain, the past few years, you've been trying to do it, but you can't assemble them together. God says in the Bible, if you search for me first, you won't work for it. I'll give it to you. If you search for me, all the things in your mind that you dream about, all the things that you're trying to figure out and being like, God, why am I in so much pain?
Break his orbital.
All that stuff. He'll change you so much that
Sorry,
I
it was a
guarantee you,
joke.
Jeff, if you do this with me, if you truly seek the Lord, there will be a version of you that will actually want to run and help David. And you won't understand that. And
Like
right now,
race him? I want to race him.
You at high speed?
Because he won't fight me. He'll probably. I would do like a, because he's in shape now.
Do you think he could take you now?
Fuck no.
Dude, what if he got shredded because he was so scared of you and he's like, I gotta stay on
That
my
don't
toes.
help you lifting weights,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think he could take you.
bro.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Listen,
I'm just
set
the
it up.
only way you can take him is if you come with me to the gym.
Then I'll go. What? Let's go now.
Or
I'll cancel
to
the
be
show.
honest, bro, all of my
I'll
money's
cancel
on
the
David,
show
dude. No?
tomorrow.
It's so funny.
Yeah, make that bet. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Let's talk about the show because you have to go to the airport soon, and I want to make sure we talk about the show.
Yeah, I have to leave soon.
No, don't try to make an excuse to leave.
No, I actually do because my flight is what time?
No, you
I
have
have
plenty of
to
time.
leave at-
We have 30 more minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 30 more minutes.
I'm
And
gonna
then
set a
Jessica-
timer.
Well,
Just so
I'll
we
drive
know.
you myself. I'll beam you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, your Jet Sweet X, yeah?
No, just regular airport.
Oh,
okay.
never mind.
So
No
you have
Uber.
to check in. Okay. No. I
How
just want
far
to see
is
how
that?
much time you need to go through security, but you're.
How far is that airport?
Yeah, it's like 3 hours, bro. It's not close.
Fuck, bro. I should just drive to Vegas.
No, it's only like 30, 40 minutes.
So I'm gonna put 25 minutes on here. Just so we
You just
know.
put me on a timer, bro?
Yeah, I have to,
You
bro.
just put me on a timer, bro?
I have to.
I've never seen a guest
I
put me on a
flew
timer.
here. I flew here just to do the show, flying back to do another show, and then I'm flying back here tomorrow to do a show with you live.
I know, but then you took it all back by putting me on a timer, bro.
Bro, I have to be
Just
responsible.
joking. I'm just
What do you want me to
joking.
do?
All right,
You know?
what's your favorite part about tour? What are they going to be excited about in the Arizona show?
I love the crowd work. I love interacting with the crowd. We do a Q&A segment at the end. We do a confessional segment so people tell their deepest, darkest secrets.
Ooh,
and
we should take
sometimes,
that. That's good.
sometimes,
really good. I like that.
Sometimes they will like own up to it and come up on stage, and sometimes they get scared last minute and everybody boos them and like oh come on, because it's
What's
like
your audience like? What's
it's-
the vibe? What's the
it's
temperature?
all black dudes, just
It's just so funny,
No, I
though.
wish that'd be sick. No, it's like 70% women,
Really?
and like
You still got it,
30%
bro. Let's
guys. Yeah,
With one eye. Let's
but-
go.
Yeah, but I did have 3 black dudes at the last show, so I was hype on that.
Let's go. I get you
Yeah.
some street cred.
Yeah, yeah. That
So
was
do they
dope.
write their confessions? You guys read them, and then you ask if they'll come
We
forward.
put like a QR code in the beginning, so as we're waiting, like
We have that. Question is that
Okay,
has
the
it
fuck?
has that
So-
ever like no I'm nervous about it. Does it ever like lag and you don't get it in time?
no,
So it's good?
and you get this stuff and you vet them before.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
People send in corny ones that you don't want to.
Wait, how did you get this idea? The QR code.
We thought of it. I don't know.
How did we thought of that?
most
It's
people
a
do the
common
most
thing,
people do
bro.
the
Because
QR
the Vidge
code.
might be feeding him some info.
Bro, your manager.
We have the same manager.
Most
he's
people
not
do the
giving me
QR
shit.
code.
You're his favorite client. I'm late on everything. You're probably so responsible.
Yeah, I'm gonna when they send in the questions while he's on stage, I'm gonna be in the back going through what they're sending in.
The boys do it on stage. I bring the bathroom boys on stage with
Oh,
me.
yeah?
So they have
I
their
love
own
they call the
table.
bathroom boys.
Yeah, and they got a little toilet and stuff up
You
there.
put it on the stage
No.
But
too?
it's just like a table.
I
of
love
it.
that. That's
yeah,
funny.
That's so funny.
And I got my desk. So, but I walk around and I'll bring people up. I'll put chairs out there and we'll have some people come up. It's cool. But
Are you
mostly-
recording it?
Yeah, we'll record it, but I don't post it because some of it's like the same bits that we'll do at each show. But there is like maybe 5-10 minutes I'll do of just like stuff for that city. So maybe we'll do stuff for here. We can work on some stuff together if you want.
When are you bringing me up to the show?
We'll
Am I
figure
gonna
that
be-
out in the green room.
All right.
10 minutes
Just
before.
Right before the show. What are we doing? That's what I did with Reed.
Bro, that's what we
You're
do at
gonna
every
dance,
show.
right? Right? You got a dance prepared
Here,
for
could
us?
you wear this real quick? I'm like, dude, no.
That's what we do at every show. It's in the
It's
green
so
room. We
funny.
plan it. That's like it's similar every time, but in the green room is when we get like the show structured out and like, all right, this is when you get your chance to do this bit. I think we're scrapping this bit, so I'll talk about it. But we do a Luigi Mangione bit. We have him come out. He's not the real Luigi, but it's just
You don't
we,
say, dude.
We like perp walk him out and like interview him. It's pretty funny. We do some wacky shit.
Why'd you guys cut it?
Just because we've done it so much, and when you do stuff so many times, it's like not as fun anymore. You know?
They lost the magic for you.
Like you get it like perfect, and like you're like I don't want to do this anymore. Let's do something else.
So out of all the shows that you've done recently, because
We've done like we've done it like 20 times. You know.
okay,
The
so-
show?
Yeah. the
Let's go.
same
So
show.
you're ending then soon, right?
Yeah, I only have 5 more.
You
So-
went. So how many cities did you go to?
Like 20 already. So we have
Damn, good for you, bro.
3 in Texas and the 2 here, and that's it.
So it's the home run.
1 in Arizona, 1 in Vegas. tomorrow.
Where's your final one?
I think Houston or Dallas or Austin.
Oh, so in Texas.
Yeah, we're doing Austin. We gotta fuck that mother shit, you know? No, I'm kidding.
What's been your favorite
Just
moment
goes
from one of the
after
shows?
everyone.
Has it been like, has there been a crazy confession that you can share? Or did something bad happen on one of the shows? People heckle? Like,
Oh yeah, cheating on like crazy stuff. Giving their like spouse an STD, and then like come up there and admit it. It's just crazy stuff.
Wait, the person admitted on cheating on the person that they're with at the place?
Yeah, like-
and the other
oh,
person
and the other
didn't
person's
know?
learning for the first time?
Yeah.
How
Like,
did that go down?
How did you not post that?
I mean, I can't do that. She's already fucked. You know, like that's what are you gonna do there? You
Wait,
know?
dude, what are you saying right now? Did she get up? Was she like, did she start cussing him out? What did she do? Did she cry? Did she leave?
Yeah, you're leaving us on like.
No, the ex wasn't there,
Oh.
but she admitted to
It was an
burning him,
ex.
giving
Okay.
him the clap or something,
What's a clap?
chlamydia
Oh.
or something like that. It was one of the simpler
What
ones.
kind of woman grabs a mic and goes, you know what? I have something to say.
Yeah, I gave my ex-boyfriend chlamydia.
You know what, babe? I think you have different problems, dude. I think you need to come on this trip with me and Jeff. We need to
Yeah.
handle that out.
Oh my gosh.
No, there's
wow.
crazy stuff like that. People calling up like I had sex with my sister's
What?
husband.
Wait, what?
Sister's husband.
Yeah, like I had sex with my sister's husband, or like ex-husband or something. They broke up. Like just, it's insane things. We take the best of the best out of the whole audience. So you'll hear some crazy shit from the audience, and I love it because it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, we could do our bits, but that's the funnest part of the show is just the improv stuff.
That's nice. That means like your audience really trusts you. You know?
Or they're drunk.
Or yeah, I'm about to say they're gonna wake up the next morning and be like, "Oh my god, I told them about the clap. That's crazy. I can't believe it."
Yeah, and there's no phones allowed, so it's not like the audience could record and put stuff out.
Oh, that's good.
'Cause
Do
I
you
didn't
take
want
their
them-
phones?
No, we don't take the phones. We just trust that they won't have them out.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
c-
taking phones,
Dave
bro.
Chappelle takes, even if he does a stadium.
Yeah, but that costs an extra $3 per person.
I know.
I'm not trying to do that.
Dude, it cost thousands.
Yeah.
I think it cost him in the stadium. It cost him like $50,000-$60,000 to do that.
That's ridiculous.
Because all the lock boxes or
Leak
whatever?
my shit for that much. Fuck that.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
lock boxes, but yeah, somebody got to hire somebody to do it. I already got to hire somebody for the merch stand, and then I do a meet and greet before the show. So like,
Before the show, you do a meet and greet?
I do, yeah, because I just like to get warmed up, meet people, and I used to like sign autograph like on the posters and shit.
Oh, that's
I
actually
do
kinda
stupid
smart.
shit, like I'll like cross out my eye, you know, put a pirate
That's
patch
funny.
on it. I'll like draw on it for them. I only do 50 people, so it's quick, you know.
Do they buy a
Less
ticket?
than an
Like
hour.
they have a special spot, or is it first come first serve?
It's VIP. I think Arizona still has some. Vegas is sold out. I think I got like 5 left if they want to meet us. If you want to be in it at the meet and greet, you don't have to. I think you'd be a surprise. You don't do the meet and greet.
Yeah. I think
you
it'd
don't
be
wanna
cool
meet
to
those
like.
fucking losers. I'm kidding, guys. I love
Somebody
you.
just bought their
please.
ticket and just like, how do I refund this thing? Like,
Yeah, fucking asshole. No, I love the meet and greets. They're the funnest part, you know.
You know,
Not really,
I
no.
only stayed in Arizona for your show. Like, I was supposed to leave. We have on our next episode, and I like literally waited.
Who gives a fuck? That's.
I don't know. I think that was pretty
What?
cool.
You don't like?
I love.
Are you
That
trying to
was
do
a
a
sick
cut?
episode.
Are you trying to do a clean
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
after you just?
Yeah, I want all that cut. Yeah.
I'm gonna cut it, but I'm gonna leave this weird like.
No.
cut.
That's great. And he kills it. He does so many shows. How does he find the time and energy?
Yeah, I love you so much,
He's
bro.
got like he does like must be shooting like 10 a day.
What's your love life like right now?
I just been healing up, so I just been sitting in my house with it. I'll like put a soda can in the freezer and just hold it on my eye, and I just like watch TV. I've been watching Naked and Afraid a lot.
We've been watching On a Spectrum. Love On a Spectrum?
Yeah, that's a great show, but
Great show, bro.
I already finished it. So I already watched it all. So I gotta find new stuff. Been watching Naked and Afraid. I don't know why I'm so into it. I think it's just because like people are in such agony and pain.
What is Naked and Afraid?
They're naked in like Africa, where you're walking around on thorns and you have to survive there for 21 days naked with
You can't.
It's like that one
make,
survival show.
with like
You can't
with
make
mountain
clothes?
lions. They have elephants at night creeping up on you. Like imagine I just fucking seen an elephant. You know how big they are? Elephant coming up to you at night.
And you're
Bro,
naked?
Naked, yeah. It's fucked up. So that I don't know.
Why
what
do
it
they
is.
have to be naked though?
I think like because maybe it's better like clickbait for them, but it's not sexual.
Our society is so stupid that like we're like there's already a survival show where it's like they have to survive in the middle of
Wait,
nowhere.
but how do we get people to watch it? Okay,
Yeah.
there's a
gotta
tiger
be
creeping up
naked.
on them. I know it's good, but it's not great.
Well, it's all censored and it's not sexual because they're disgusting by day one and you're sweating and you're full of dirt.
Yeah.
And
Isn't it blurred out?
Yeah, of course.
So the only people seeing this is the camera people. They're just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're all dressed.
Take the razor.
You know how invasive that would be? Also, I feel like these reality shows, besides Love on a Spectrum, are just anybody who, and I'm going to get smoked out this because I have a lot of friends that do this, but anybody who tries to find love in front of America,
Yeah.
you're a loser.
I
You're a loser, dude.
I tried doing The Bachelor on H3, and that did not work out. But
You-
On
Yeah,
H3?
it just Ethan Klein's podcast.
Dude, I don't think he likes me.
For
I don't know.
real?
I randomly saw somebody say send me a clip of him saying something bad, and
He just cracks jokes on everybody.
oh,
you know?
because I like watching his stuff. I think he's
Yeah.
really funny. I even invited him on the show, and that week I brought it up to somebody, and I was like, yeah, I invited a guy on the show, and they're like, oh, he doesn't like you. I was like, oh, okay,
Did they really?
Really?
yeah.
No, he would go on for sure. I was so surprised when, like, anytime I asked him to collab, he was down. And I did his Bachelor show where they like had 800 people send in applications, and we narrowed it down to like 10, and then we did like video calls with all of them. And one of the girls was in Australia, and she was big into UFC, MMA, and like she was like the perfect one. But she was in Australia, and things just didn't work out. How the fuck are you gonna? She's in school, you know. You need to find somebody.
She's in the 8th grade.
You should have picked people that were here.
No, she was. She was
She was
She was
perfect.
25. She was in like what's it called after? I don't know, grad school or some shit. I don't. But
So she's in college.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I had the 25 be the age cutoff because I didn't want to go too low. You know that even that was too low for me. I said I wanted to go like 65, 70,
As
but
one
they were
does.
like, we're not going to get a lot of submissions. That's not our demographic.
Bro,
So I had to bring it down to 25.
I had a show. We did live streaming for a bit, and it was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like we had great guests, and so many people watched it that I never thought would watch it. And they're like, come up to me and they'll be like, "Yo, I love this show." But it was called what was it called?
I don't even know if we had a name for it. We
No,
just kind of went
we
live.
did. It was like it was blind dating, but I would pick my friends and say, "Hey, come over. I got somebody for you." So they would come and meet. Like I had Maddie,
One of
Belle's
my
best
best
friend,
Yeah.
and then King Batch
No way.
randomly, and then they ended up kissing too, right?
Yeah. They ended up kissing.
They were blindfolded.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was just like a segment
We
of the
kissed
live.
at the end of our series, me and the Australian.
I get why these shows do well. That's why, like, I literally told Belle.
Now
like,
you want to
the-
go look up
No,
the
they
series?
always like. There was just one that Jessica wants me to watch. What is it called, Jess? Love is Blind.
Yeah, Netflix.
Is it an Australian one or England one?
No, it's here. It's American.
No.
They have multiple ones. They have
But which one is the one that you're like? They're so proper and so like.
Oh, he's talking about the UK one.
the UK
Love is half blind.
Love Island?
Love Island.
Love Island.
Oh yeah.
You know, you get caught, bro, because you just be like, first you do what every man does, like, oh, turn this off, bro. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
And then you're passing through, and you're like, wait, why is he with her? He was with her the other day. And then you like go to get another glass of water, and you're like, wait, what happened? Why did that person go? And then you
They're all
sit down, and
whores.
then you're 40 episodes in, and you're like,
You need to take them to the retreat. They need Jesus. Just hoeing it out like that.
I'm really happy that you're my third recurring guest. We have
Me too. I'm happy that you're my first. Well, no, I've had a couple cameos, but you're probably the biggest so far.
on the show
Yeah, I had Mike on, but
at the live show.
he came to the first test show that we did in LA.
How
but he
are
hasn't
you
come
and
to any
Tana?
since.
Are you guys cool?
Tana's come to some shows. Yeah, but
Because you guys were working a lot together.
Yeah, but she went on a world tour to Europe.
But why
and
did her show
Australia.
end?
Huh?
How do you have such a successful podcast and then end it?
I think she just had like a little argument with her co-host. You know how that is.
Oh, no way. They ended it because of that?
Oh,
I
the
don't know
podcast is
exactly.
over? I didn't even know
It
that.
literally got canceled.
Wow.
I think they're both gonna do their own, honestly, and sometimes it's for the best. You know, it'll keep your friendship,
Yeah.
which is more important than anything. You
So
know.
they're still friends? They still talk?
Yeah, I think so. I just saw Brooke posted them on Instagram, but I haven't talked to Tana. Just like sending memes and shit, you know.
That's that friend. There's only one friend you keep up with just by pictures. You know, like,
Yeah, we
Real.
just say crazy shit to each other. all
cool,
day.
bro. Well, I'm very excited to jump on your show.
Oh yeah, I'm
I'm
excited.
going to be
Can't wait to
recording
watch
the
it.
whole thing, by the way.
Are you shooting it?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Is it going up on YouTube?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just shooting it.
Just for like show your kids one day.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I'm just going to have it, footage. Just
All
me
right.
and you sharing the stage for the first time.
Okay, I'll get some clips too.
Yeah.
I'll tell. Let your phones out for that one.
No.
No, yeah, because we say crazy shit. Like I would be done for sure if I had like phones out and people recorded what I said on stage.
That'd be
I'd
so
for
dirty
su-
if you just posted my clip. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is this? You said you weren't posting anything.
Yeah, I'd get in big trouble. So that's another fun part about it is that I could talk shit on people. You know, like
I feel like you do that now.
but bad. You know, like fucking.
Dude, we just had to cut out what you just said right now.
So if you want to see the super uncensored version, come to the show.
Yeah.
Thursday?
Yes.
Where?
Yeah. There you go. Add that to the high. I'm gonna make a little like clip, like a little highlight to post on IG in case you guys don't get this up in time.
This one? This
Yeah.
goes up on Thursday.
So before the show.
Yes, the morning of the
so
show.
people won't be able to get tickets.
I thought we could go outside right now and do some stories, promote it, show the behind the scenes of this.
Okay.
At noon on Thursday.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
time's your show? 6?
7.
Yeah, so we'll give them the day to see it, and then we'll post.
Work harder, bro. Get it edited faster. Don't sleep tonight, please.
Probably shooting in 4K. Bro.
We got 300 tickets to sell.
Jeff,
I gotta
thank you
fight
so
to
much.
Catch my man. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
This was a lot
Thanks
of fun.
for.
It was really
I'm,
nice.
I'm rapping. Thanks for watching this show today.
You're gonna be rapping tomorrow. And
Yo,
I'm gonna-
check it. I'm about to wreck it.
No, come on.
Come
Just
on.
end it. Just rap it.
You go. You. How about this?
Let's
I'll
just rap it,
beatbox
rap it, please.
and you rap end
No.
it.
We'll save that for the show. I guarantee I will have my whole crew there. I'll bring out audience members and we'll rate your karaoke raps that you do, and we'll tear you to shreds,
Oh, boy.
make you cry, and
You
walk
ready
off
for that?
stage. Walk off. In like the
What if everybody
podcast.
walked
Can
away
I sit-
being like,
can I sit in
he's
the
a
front?
prodigy?
What if I bring Bobby Lee out? I
would love that.
You guys are friends now,
Yeah,
though, right?
yeah.
Damn, that'd be funny if you.
I would
what the
love to
fuck,
have him
man?
for my live show.
If
should
he
reach
came
out.
out as
We should reach out.
cut this out, like have him be a surprise.
Well, no, because
Oh, no, you-
the chances of him even happening or not happening, regardless of me speaking about it, would be crazy if he came out.
Yeah.
If I was like, "Hey guys, remember Bobby Lee?" And they're all like, "Boo!" I'm like, "Wait,
Bring out Andrew Tate. Bring out Bobby Lee, Andrew Tate, and who else have you had on recently?
Dr. Jordan Peterson."
There you go.
Imagine, dude,
Bro,
dog, that would be
That'd
What
be
a
like
crew.
Summer
the
Jam
greatest
of
podcast ever.
live
I'm gonna do a clip
podcasts.
of this, guys. I'm trying. My dream podcast would be Bobby Lee,
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, Dr. Jordan Peterson. Let's make this happen.
That's the Summer Jam of podcasts. You remember Summer Jam? Or that's like the Coachella of podcasts.
Could you end my podcast? Could you tell them to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff?
Yeah, guys, like and subscribe to George's channel. He's got tons of controversial guests coming on.
We're about to hit
and
3 million.
You're about to hit 3 million
Yeah.
subscribers
Yeah.
on a podcast channel?
Yeah.
Did you blow fucking Impaulsive out of the water?
Well, it was my vlogging channel.
Oh,
But when I started that, it was 1.5, so I grew.
I have 3 million subscribers too on my channel.
Well,
Congrats.
I grew 1.5 since. I think that's a pretty impressive number.
That is very impressive.
Okay,
you
start over, but act impressive.
Congrats on your extra 1.5 million subscribers
Thank
that
you so
you've
much.
gained since you switched your vlog channel to your
Thank you so
podcast
much.
channel.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
good. You're killing it. I'm proud of you. I can't wait to have you at my show. And both of you guys, Reed, you come too.
Can't wait to watch
You
it.
look like,
Actually,
Yeah.
all those people over there are coming with me.
oh boy.
I'm gonna fill
Well,
up the room, bro.
It's a little raunchy. Yeah.
I love you guys.